Hello, I'm Archie Luxury and welcome to the program. Today I'd like to talk about my good friends Jewelers on Time. And I'm really proud to fully support Jewelers on Time. And the best thing is, ever since I've started my arrangement with Jewelers on Time, I'm starting to get positive feedback from fans who know the store. And Kenny Nguyen, he's just a super guy. And look, I'm only small. Archie Luxury isn't that famous. But, I'm starting to build. I got a bit of a following and it's all cool. And Kenny Nguyen, he's the sales manager at Jewelers on Time. And I was, we had a few emails to and fro, and he said, hey, I'd love to ring you. And I snuck off at the waste processing plant. I snuck outside, and I rang him. And he said, oh, look, hang on. I'll ring you back. What a gentleman. Kenny Nguyen is just an absolute gentleman. And I start talking to him about watches. He starts talking about my collection. We talk about his collection, Pateks, Rolex, and I gotta say this, Kenny is a true enthusiast. It's not necessarily just the money. And this is the whole thing. When you're buying a wristwatch, do you want to buy it from some slimy dealer who's trying to make a buck, Do you want to buy it from some dealer who wants to go from a 5 Series BMW to a 7 Series? No! You want to deal with an enthusiast. Someone who loves watches and horology as much as you do. And Kenny is your man. He's such a nice guy. And I just love Kenny. Kenny is he's just a lovely guy to deal with. And I can't think of anyone nicer to buy a watch through than Kenny Nguyen from Jewelers on Time. And, you think about it. The average guy out there, a major watch purchase, a luxury watch purchase, it's a pretty big deal, let's think about it. What do? The biggest thing we buy is our own home. Then you buy a car. And then what happens then? The next big thing you buy is a luxury wristwatch. And Kenny's just such a cool guy. You want to deal with an enthusiast. You don't want to deal with some guy who just wants to sell you a piece of shit. You want to deal with an enthusiast. And the great thing about dealing with Jewelers on Time is you're buying pre-owned. The first owner has taken the depreciation hit. Jewelers on Time has completely serviced and refurbished the piece to as new condition. Man, there's no downside. You deal with someone like Kenny who's honest, reliable, a man of his word, and, you're going to get value. It's bang per buck. Archie Luxury, I don't know if, you my good fans, you've been listening to me for years. I always preach bang per buck. What is the bang per buck? And if you're buying a pre-owned vintage watch from a reputable dealer, man, it's win-win. You've got the price advantage of buying pre-owned, and you've got the security of dealing with an honest dealer who knows their shit and who stands behind the product. And Kenny Nguyen, he's one of the nicest guys I've ever met. He rang me. We're doing a sponsorship deal, okay? I lay my cards on the table. But Kenny said something to me that really means a lot. He said, Archie, it's the friendships in watches that are more valuable than the watches themselves. This is coming from a guy who's got a fucking 5960 annual calendar chronograph. This is a guy who's got he's got two fucking 5980s. That's the Nautilus chronographs. He said to me, the friendships you make in collecting watches is more important than the watches themselves. And Kenny is so on the money. And I'd just like to say, yeah, we've got a business relationship. Sure we do, okay? But Kenny himself, I call him a friend. Kenny Nguyen. You buy a watch from Kenny Nguyen, he becomes a friend. And I gotta say, this is coming from the heart. This is not fucking marketing spin or spiel. Kenny's a top bloke, and I just love him to death. I'm Archie Luxury. Tell me what you think.
We specialize here in pre-owned Rolex watches. Rolex watch is a very special timepiece, and we always do the servicing exactly as factory specifications. We buy a pre-owned piece and we put it into brand new condition. We have Rolex certified technicians working on that. We completely disassemble the piece. We adjust and polish and change every single part of the watch.
You have to have certified watchmakers that know what they're doing. If you have an expensive car, you're just not going to bring it to any mechanic that doesn't know what they're doing.
You spend $5,000, it's like if you put money in the safe deposit box. And 1 or 2 years from now, you will keep having your $5,000. We have to spend a lot of money to get all this equipment together, but makes me feel I'm doing what I'm supposed to do. It's not a question of money, it's my passion.
Jewelers on time, simply the best.